Hey guys, and welcome back to another Crazy Gamer Pickups. This is all of my pickups from January 2016 to April 2016. And it's very slim pickings. I only got this. That's about it. Because I'm back in college again for the first time in 10 years, and I had some college to pay off and stuff like that. But in between, if I had a little bit of extra money, I did pick up a few games. And I'll be picking up more games here really soon because I'm done with college for the semester, but I got to save up a little bit of money for the fall. But for now, this is all I can get. So without further ado, I got 4 games on the NES, and all of these were, again, picked up by my friend Nick from Pennsylvania, who works, like I said in the last one, works at a retro video game store. And I got all 4 of these together for $33. And so that, and most of them, a couple of them I actually had when I was growing up, but like I said, most of my NES games are lost over the years. So, anyway, first one is Ghostbusters II. This is way better than their first Ghostbusters, which is a piece of shit. So, anyway, yeah, it's not a bad game. It's actually more of like a side-scroller where you actually blast ghosts and shoot them and all kind of stuff to do. The controls are a little wonky, but it's really not that bad of a game. It's actually, like I said, it's way better than the first Ghostbusters, which didn't stand a lot, but I mean, it's way better. And it's really not that bad of a game. It's fun. I've played through it a couple times already. And we got a game I did have when I was growing up. RC ProAm. It's like little RC cars. You race around, you get power-ups, and you can upgrade your cars, and it's really fun. I don't think this game ever has an end, because I played this game for a while, like hours back in the day, and I never finished the game. So I don't know if this game actually officially has an end or not. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see. And it's made by Rare, so. But it's actually a really fun little racing game. Then we have another game I did have when I was growing up. It was Startropics. It's a fun little action adventure game, kind of an RPG style. Got some Zelda elements to it. You play this guy Mike. He tries to use more modern references too, because your weapon's a yo-yo, but you can upgrade it and stuff like that. And yeah, you go to an island, go visit your uncle, and your uncle's kidnapped, and you have to go rescue him. And when I was growing up, I never actually beat this game, because the first time I had it, I actually rented it from the video game store. And you get to a point in the game where you have to put in a code, and the only way you get a code is there's actually a physical piece of paper you have to dip in water. When you pull it out, it shows the code. I didn't have that piece of paper, and so I never actually finished it. But I have finished the game. Once I figured out the code and stuff like that. But it's actually a really fun game. It's very underrated. A lot of people. It's actually a very, very underrated, and a lot of people didn't grasp on as much as other series on the NES. But it was good enough to warrant a sequel, which I got. Zoda's the Revenge, Startropics 2. Didn't have this one while I was growing up, but I have played it like on emulator and stuff like that. But fun fact, I believe this is one of the last games released, like licensed games released on the NES. If it's either the last one or second to last one. It's that one or Wario's Woods, but it's one of the very final games. It came out like in '94, and it takes what was good. I mean, the story's not as good, but it takes what was good about the Startropics. It does make it a little bit better. Instead of being able to jump 4 directions, you can jump 8 directions, more weapons, and stuff like that. It's overall really fun. It's got a little bit more story driven, but the story, in my opinion, isn't as good as their first Startropics. But it's still very worthwhile, and if you have a chance, pick it up. I got it for pretty cheap, so. And that was it for the NES games, and like I say, very slim pickings. I only got 2 more games, and they're both on the 3DS. And the first one I got, and I cannot believe I didn't get this game for so long, and I have played through it now already, and I have beaten it. But oh my god, is this game hard. It is Bravely Default. I cannot believe I never picked up this game. It's such a good game, especially with me being a Final Fantasy fan. It's like a throwback to old school Final Fantasies, especially like Final Fantasy 3 and 5 with the job classes and the turn-based. I mean, and like it also has a turn-based battle system, but it has a little bit of a twist to it too. Like it has things called Brave and Default, where you can default for defense to gain BP, then you can use all your BP and like do like 4 moves or 3 moves at once, so like that. It's got a very interesting concept. The story is phenomenal, but my God, this game is hard. It took me forever to beat the last couple of chapters of the game, and it took me forever to beat the last bosses of the game, and stuff like that. But I did beat it, and it's a phenomenal game. If anybody don't have this for your 3DS, I recommend you picking this up. You will not regret this game. It is phenomenal. And my last one, since I love the Bravely Default so much, I picked up its sequel, Bravely Second End Layer. I just got it like yesterday. So technically I picked it up in May, but it's close enough to April because it was May 1st. So I haven't even had a chance to play it yet, but I played a little bit of the demo, and it looks pretty good. It looks more the same, but I'm not sure totally about the story and all that stuff. But it takes place as a sequel to Bravely Second, Bravely Default. So you have to play the Bravely Default for some of the story to make sense, because some of the characters from the first game appear in the second game. So like that, but from the little bit I've played like on the demo and stuff like that, because I've downloaded the demo on my 3DS, it looks like it's going to be really good. It's more the same, and it looks like it's going to be a really fun game. I'll give a little bit more in-depth to this once I actually beat it. And that's it for January to April 2016. Like I said, I'm back in college, and I had to pay everything out of pocket because I didn't qualify financial aid, so a lot of my money went to that. But I was able to pick up a little bit of stuff, and I'm going to be able to pick up more stuff here over the next couple of months because I'm not in college, but I do have to save some money, a few $100s up actually for the fall. But that's not till August. So I mean, I'll have a little bit of extra cash, so I'll be able to pick up some more stuff and perhaps maybe a new system, because I'm working on that. So hopefully I'll have that here before long. So that's all my video game pickups for January to April, and I'll see y'all probably in a couple months. I'm going to try to start doing these every like 2 months instead of 4 months or something like that. So if that works out well, this will be my next pickup video. Will be in June. Depends how many games I pick up. So if there's not going to be a lot of games, I'll probably extend it, because I want to at least have 6 to 10 games, maybe. We'll see what's going on. So anyway, I'll see you on my next pickup video. So y'all have a good day.